I'll explain all PUBG attachments in this video, please stick around and see if you can learn anything new. What's a better way to start this off than with all the sights? Red Dot Sight is a scope attachment that mostly uses for close-range combat. You can find this attachment in ground loot. Red Dot Sight provides an accurate dot in the middle inside the scope that tells you where your bullets are gonna go. Take note, in close range the dot is very accurate, but from medium to long range it will become less accurate and harder to spot enemies. Here is what it looks like when scoping. Holographic Sight is a scope attachment that mostly uses for close-range combat. You can find this attachment in ground loot. Holographic Sight provides an accurate circle reticle inside the scope that hardly bounces when firing, but also cuts out some of the visibility around the scope that reduce the chance of spotting enemies. Take note, in close range, it is very accurate and the recoil seems to reduce. But from medium to long range it will become less accurate and harder to spot enemies. Here is what it looks like when scoping. Forex Scope is a scope attachment that mostly uses for medium-range combat. You can find this attachment in ground loots. Forex Scope is mostly used for medium-range combat because it provides a really accurate reticle inside the scope with one circle and one dot, so you can track moving target easily, but there is also a cutout of invisibility around the scope as well that make you miss out sight enemies when scoping in. Take note, you can also use Forex Scope in close range as well, but in some positions such as pushing enemies inside houses that might have a disadvantage because your scope in time is longer. Here is what it looks like when scoping. Forex Scope is a scope attachment that mostly uses for medium-range combat. You can find this scope attachment in ground loot. Forex Scope is a good scope that mostly uses in a medium-range fight. Its reticle is really accurate but complicated at the same time. It requires a certain amount of time to get used to it and know the lead for a bullet to hit a target using Forex Scope. Take note, you can also use Forex Scope as close-range combat, and it is surprisingly accurate, but the recoil is very bumpy and harder to control. Here is what it looks like when scoping. Forex Scope is a scope attachment that mostly uses in medium-range combat. You can obtain this scope attachment from ground loot. Forex Scope is a true medium-range scope that is extremely accurate and simple reticle, which makes it the most useful medium-range scope. Having Forex Scope is a huge advantage against enemies. It helps you to land a good direct shot and clear visibility to track enemies' target. Take note, Forex Scope is mostly used in the medium range, but you can also use it in close range as well. It is accurate but heavy recoil when trying to spray with it. Here is what it looks like when scoping. Forex Scope is a scope attachment that mostly uses for long-range combat. You can find this attachment in ground loot, but it is rare. Forex Scope is a long-range scope mostly used on sniper rifles or semi-automatic sniper rifles. Inside a scope, this is a built-in zoom function that can allow you to zoom in or out depending on the range you are fighting against your enemies. Take note, you can also use Forex Scope in close range as spraying scope. The recoil is easy to handle and it's extremely accurate, but the only rifle that I recommend for spraying with is M416. Here is what it looks like when scoping. Forex Scope is a scope attachment that mostly uses in long-range combat. You can obtain this scope attachment from airdrop loot, which is rare. Forex Scope is a long-range scope that can only attach with sniper rifles and semi-automatic sniper rifles. It also has a zoom function built inside the scope that will allow you to zoom in or out depending on your preference. Take note, always try to lead your reticle a step ahead of enemy's movement to get a good hit in moving target. Because it is a long-range scope. In the medium range you can easily snap for enemy's head. Here is what it looks like when scoping. Now we will focus on the muzzle category. Suppressor is a muzzle attachment that helps to reduce the weapon sound and remove the muzzle flash when firing. Suppressors is commonly found in ground loots. And this is what it looks like. Compensators are muzzle attachments. Attach this item to reduce vertical recoil and horizontal recoil so that you can control your spray easier. The compensator is commonly found in world spawn items. When you find a compensator, don't hesitate, just put it on one of your weapons. It helps to improve your accuracy tremendously. And this is what it looks like. The flash hider eliminates muzzle flash and slightly reduce horizontal and vertical recoil. The flash hider is a muzzle attachment that eliminates muzzle flash when firing and slightly reduces horizontal and vertical recoils. The flash hider can be found in world spawn items. The flash hider is really helpful when fighting with enemies in the medium range. You can notice the enemies flash easier when firing, so when equipping flash hider on your weapons, enemies won't have an easy time trying to find you. Also, it helps to slightly reduce recoils as well. And this is what it looks like. The barrel extender improves the effective range of bullet by reducing damage reduction due to distance. This attachment can be found in ground loot. And this is what it looks like. Choke reduces shot spread and make distance shots easier. The choke is a muzzle attachment for shotguns and pistol. It helps to reduce the bullet spread when firing. The choke is commonly found in world spawn items. Surprisingly, the choke can be attached to 3 weapons. Here is a list that shows all of the weapons that can attach with the choke: S868, sawed-off, and the S1897. The choke is not visible on the outside of the weapon because it's attached on the inside. The duckbill significantly reduces the horizontal spread of shotguns, but slightly increase vertical spread. The duckbill is a muzzle attachment for shotgun that can help to reduce bullet spread and make the long shot easier when attached to the weapons. Duckbill is commonly found in world spawn items, but keep in mind the duckbill can only be attached to 2 weapons, the S1897 and the S12K. And this is what it looks like. This section will be focusing on the magazine category. Extended mag is a magazine attachment that adds extra bullets to your magazine. The extended mag can be found in world spawn items, and this is what it looks like. Quick draw mags are magazine attachments that lessen a gun's reload time. Compatible with assault rifles, pistols, sniper rifles, and SMG, this attachment will decrease the time between attacks, allowing you to take enemies down quicker. The extended quick draw mag can be found in world spawn items, and this is what it looks like. The extended quick draw mag is an attachment which enhances the reload time 30% and grants an extra 10 ammo for weapons that are compatible with it. While they can be used for a variety of weapons in the game, the extended quick draw mag can be found in world spawn items, and this is what it looks like. Stock reduces recoil and reduce weapon shake significantly. This is what it looks like. Tactical stocks are stock attachments that reduces recoil and weapon shake. The tactical stock is only available to attach with assault rifles and SMGs, and please note the tactical stock can often be found in ground loot. This is what it looks like. Cheek pad is a stock attachment that reduces recoil and weapon shake when firing. And this can commonly be found in world spawn items. This is what it looks like. Bullet loop is a stock attachment that reduces reloading speed for sniper rifles and shotguns. The bullet loops can be found in ground loot. This is what it looks like. Recoil control is everyone's biggest weakness in PUBG Mobile, but worry no more, 9x Vulture is here to help you. PUBG has 6 grips that can be attached to weapons from the SMGs to the snipers. They allow assault rifles to get more shots out before the recoil begins to really set in, and also keep the recoil stable and predictable. Although each 4 grip serves a different purpose, grips perform differently on weapons when it comes to recoil, so there's usually a preferred grip for a particular weapon. The light grip does the most of any foregrips and attachments to reduce recoil. It helps relatively stable guns like the UMP-45 and Vector to fire with laser-like precision and accuracy. A light grip does enough to reduce recoil even without a flash hider or compensator. While it increases stability, the light grip also increases recoil and the time taken to recover from it. The light grip is a foregrip attachment that increases recoil recovery and stability. Always remember that it helps to maintain your weapon stability when spraying up to 10 bullets. And light grip can be used for both single tap fire and full auto spray. The light grip can attach to wide range of weapon types such as assault rifles, DMR and SMG. Recommended weapons for the light grip. When you equip the light grip to these weapons you will notice a huge improvement when shooting AUG, M416, M762 and the SKS. This is what it looks like. Vertical foregrip is one of the most common grips. The vertical foregrip does slightly less than the light grip in handling overall recoil. When handling a weapon with a powerful vertical kick like the barrel M762 or the Tommy gun, a vertical foregrip would be the appropriate choice. The Tommy gun, for example, has the highest recoil of all the SMGs, and it fits only a vertical foregrip. This attachment reduces vertical recoil when single tap fire and full auto spray. The vertical foregrip can attach to a wide range of weapon types such as assault rifle, DMR and SMG. Recommended weapons for the vertical foregrip. When you equip vertical foregrip to these weapons you will notice a huge improvement when shooting. M416, SKS, MK47, Mutant and G36C. This is what it looks like. Thumb grip is a good grip for any scoped weapon. The thumb grip reduces the time taken to open a scope and also reduces overall recoil, but not as much as the vertical foregrip. The thumb grip can be used for both single fire and full auto spray, and keep in mind the thumb grip can attach to a wide range of weapon types such as assault rifle, DMR and SMG. Recommended weapons for thumb grip. When you equip vertical thumb grip to these weapons you will notice a huge improvement when shooting. M416, AUG, QBZ and SKS. This is what it looks like. Angled foregrip is best equipped on SMGs and assault rifles. The angled foregrip can be very helpful in close and medium range combat, whereby reducing the time taken to aim and by extension increasing readiness. It also reduces recoil. The angled foregrip is a foregrip attachment that reduces horizontal recoil and faster return to aiming. This right here is a plus. Angled foregrip is mostly used in close range combat because of the providing advantage. Angled foregrip can attach to a wide range of weapon types such as assault rifle, DMR and SMG. Recommended weapons for angled foregrip. When you equip angled foregrip to these weapons you will notice a huge improvement when shooting. M416, SCAR-L, QBZ, AUG and G36C. This is what it looks like. A half grip does not reduce recoil on any weapon. Instead, it increases recoil recovery, but at the cost of stability when firing. This makes it unsuitable for generally stable weapons like the AUG, UMP-45 and the Vector. The half grip is a foregrip attachment that reduces recoil and increases recoil recovery and reduces stability when firing. Half grips are mostly used for long spray and close or medium range because of the accuracy of this foregrip. Half grip can be attached to a wide range of weapon types such as assault rifle, DMR and SMG. Recommended weapons for half grip. When you equip half grip with this weapons you will notice a huge improvement when shooting. Vector, M416, M762 and AUG. This is what it looks like. The laser sight is a lower rail attachment that reduces the bullet deviation that occurs during hip fire and target aiming, thus making it a go-to attachment for run and gun moments. The laser itself can only be seen from a short range. This is what it looks like. Thank you for watching this video.